Types of sets. Okay, we have different types of sets: empty set, singleton sets, finite sets, infinite sets, equal sets, subsets, power sets, universal sets, and disjoint sets. I will go one by one. What's an empty set? With as the word says itself, empty set means sets having nothing in that. Sometimes they are also called as null sets, and sometimes they are also called as void set. Empty set is denoted by empty braces with having nothing inside, and sometimes it's also denoted by this symbol. It's a denotation for null actually. So what kind of set can be empty set? Like if you think about what type of short sets can be empty, you can think of like a number of students studying in science and commerce at one time. So it cannot be possible, right, at present. So that kind of sets can be empty sets. Or you can say number of stars on the surface of earth. There are no stars on the surface of the earth, right? So we can say yes, that kind of sets can be empty sets. And singleton sets which has only one element in them, they are called singleton sets. You can say it's like only even prime number. What are the even prime numbers? Only one number is prime and also even, that is 2. So it can be said as yes, 2 is a singleton set. This is a singleton set. And finite sets, the sets which has a definite number of elements, like the elements can be counted. For example, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. How many elements are there? 4, right? These are finite sets. And a real life example of finite sets are even numbers that are less than 10. Even numbers that are less than 10. So even numbers that are less than 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, just this. These are the even numbers that are less than 10. What are infinite sets? The number of elements of infinite sets are infinite. Like we cannot totally count. We cannot say how many elements are there in this set. For example, number of stars in the universe. How many stars are there in the universe? There are billions of stars, right? We cannot exactly count. We cannot say exact what number is that. So that is called infinite sets. And equal sets, two sets are said to be equal if all the elements of set A or in the one set is also the elements of set B. For example, another set A and set B. It has 1, 2, 3 elements, and it has also 1, 2, and 3. So the number of elements should also be equal, and exactly the elements should also be equal, like 1 and 2 and 3, 1 and 2 and 3. So this is equal sets. Okay. And what is subset? Subset is a set that is a small set of a big set. You can think of it like this. For example, if you have a set if you have set B with these elements 1, 2, then what would be the subset of B? First subset, if you think, you can think of this 1. If you take only one element, this is also a subset. And if you see again another subset, that can be if you take only 2, then that can also be subset. And if you take both of them, then it is also a subset. And always remember, an empty set is always a subset. An empty set is always a subset of any set. So subsets, how many subsets do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just who know more about this, how many subsets can be formed from a set? There is one formula, 2 to the power n. That is like n is the number of elements. It's also called cardinality. That's some more advanced one. I'll teach in a later one. Just a basic revision is here. Types of sets. So 1, 2, and there are only 2 elements, and that's how 2 to the power it gives 4 subsets we have total. Okay, and what is a power set? Power set is a combination of all the subsets. We had these subsets, right? And if we have to calculate power set of this set, then these all the elements with these all the subsets combined will give us a power set. Okay, and universal sets of all the sets, like set elements of all the sets are called can be called a universal set. For example, you are given a set A, that is 1 2 3, set B 2, 4, and set C 0, 6, for example. Then what is a universal set of this set? Universal set of these sets will be all the elements of A 1 2 3, all the elements of B, 2 is already written, so I will not take that, 4, and C, all the elements of C, that is 0 and 6. So this is a universal set that is comprised of all the sets. And what are disjoint sets? Disjoint sets are like the sets which have nothing in common. They are called disjoint sets. For example, if let's take example of this. A is this, B is. Are they disjoint sets? No. 2 is common in between them, so they are not disjoint set. If we take B and C, are they disjoint? Yes. 2 is not present in C. Okay. 4 is not present in C. Okay. 0 is not present in B. Okay. And 6 is not present in B. So they are disjoint sets. Similarly, A and C are also disjoint sets. And if you have to draw a diagram of a disjoint set, how will you draw? A and B, since nothing is common, so they cannot overlap. And sometimes you can also say that A intersection B is 0. None of the elements are present in both the sets. So that's how you can take it mathematically. A intersection B is 0, so they are disjoint sets. Okay, we summarize this. We have these types of sets, and the question for you will be, given set A 1 2 3, you have to write all the subsets of this, all the subsets of this, all the subsets of A. Question for you. Thank you.